guys, it's Nina and welcome to another video. Today I will be talking to you about the Guinness Storehouse and of course the Dublin Zoo. But before I get around to record, I just want to point out what lovely weather we have today. It's frickin' snowing outside. Okay, so gonna get inside and we'll continue. So as I said in my previous video that I was going up to Dublin on Thursday to see the Guinness Storehouse and the Dublin Zoo. And if you're aware, or maybe you're not aware, here's a fun fact. In Fáilte Ireland's 2016 Tourism Facts Report, the Guinness Storehouse was the top fee attraction on the report, and then the Dublin Zoo was the third, I think. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can have a look at that yourself if it's of interest to you. So I'm going to begin by talking about the Dublin Zoo. I was a bit iffy about going to the zoo because myself, I don't like the idea of animals being locked up. I absolutely love my animals. Many of my close friends and family, of course, know that. But when I actually found out more about their approaches and how they go about things, I was feeling a little less uncomfortable about it. So it began by us having a little look around for ourselves and then a bit of a tour. And in that tour, they told us, well, a little about the zoo's history and how it has expanded over the past few years. But what caught my attention was the fact that they actually work as a conservation service kind of a thing. So basically, they bring in endangered species to allow them to reproduce. And then after that, they let them back into the wild. So I liked that, of course, as you would. And another thing that I liked about their approaches is they really gather a lot of information on the certain animals that they keep. So they try to make their habitats as realistic as possible compared to those that they would normally have out in the wild. So for example, with lions, they would try to give them that whole space, and with food they would kind of challenge them, so like put it up high on a tree or in the middle of a rock that's surrounded by water, things like that, so that it's not easy, they're challenged, and it would be as if they were still out in the wild. So I really like that idea as well. And apart from that, of course, I said they release the majority back into the wild. That doesn't necessarily mean all of them. And the reason being for that is because some of the animals tend to really get used to the treatment and just to getting their food like that, while they mightn't necessarily get it out there as easily. So what they do then is they don't release the animals back into the wild in fear of course, them not being able to adapt or becoming just easy prey as they're released. So what they do in those cases is they release their offspring. Of course, I felt a lot better hearing all this, and they do tend to take good care of their animals. I'll leave their website down in the description below so you can find out a little more for yourselves. Apart from that, when we went to the Guinness Storehouse, of course, it took ages to actually find the entrance, but eventually we did find it. We ended up going the opposite way. What you do is you go in and you work in from the bottom all the way up to the top. So there's a few floors in between and everything is very visual. So you get the whole idea of how Guinness came about with visuals, and then you can read a little, and on one of the floors you can do a little tasting thing. You get a small pint where you taste it, and then as you keep going up there's another floor where you can actually learn how to pour a pint of Guinness, because it's a bit of a different approach, I think. And at the end of that you get a cute little cert that says that basically you've poured a pint of Guinness. After that floor, there's another floor as you go up, and you can just basically see this massive view. It's amazing. And you just listen to music, socialize, and drink your pint. Have a look for yourself.
1, 2, 3, 4.
opinion, I think that they are good attractions and they're definitely worth paying a visit if it's your cup of tea. At the beginning of March, I'll be going to Nice, so I'll have another video like this, well, more or less like this. Yeah, until then, I'll see ya. Bye.